Let's talk cost per wear because after going through my analysis, and it's insane how detailed my database is, and I will share it at some point, but I'm still refining some aspects. But as I go more into my detailed analysis of my wardrobe, I'm noticing a trend that cost per wear is not what I'm looking for anymore. Because I mentioned a lot of times, and I see this happening quite often, and the cost per wear is usually what people are trying to do is to target a $1 cost per wear. And I get that. I get that. I get that perspective, which is you the key idea there is that you buy a piece of garment and then you just keep wearing them until you wear them so often that the cost per wear is $1. But the problem is, and this is what I've observed from my analysis. My garments are quite expensive. They are all pretty expensive stuff. So because of that, it's quite impossible to bring it down to $1. So for example, the coats that I have, right? I've got Hermes coats, and I will do a showcase of my Hermes collection or whatever brand collection because it's part of my documentation and archive. So take the Hermes coat for example. It's not a cheap coat, and I have a lot of coats. I have a lot of coats. So it's gonna be quite impossible for me to go down to $1. I will keep trying, but some of the items are just so expensive that it will take me maybe two lifetimes to really bring it down to $1. And I know that I still have a huge lifetime ahead of me, so I'm not rushing and focusing on that $1 per wear right now. The things that are $1 will have two aspects. The first one is that it needs to be a low cost. I mean, it's just math. Low cost or high frequency of wear. So the low cost items to me would be if I manage to buy certain things at a discount. So for example, now we're moving towards spring summer. So that means when I go and buy knitwear, when I buy jumpers, they are all on discount. I'm looking at John Smedley. They have amazing, amazing knitwear. And it's undergoing a big discount now because it's end of season sale. So it means that I need to buy things at a discount to get that lower cost per wear. However, sometimes some colors are sold out or the sizes are sold out. If you go to Hermes or even if you go to Dior, my size is sold out very quickly. My size and one size smaller. So it depends a lot on, yeah, your standard economics, right? Economics of scarcity. If you have a normal proportion or you're interested in a normal color that the majority wants, it's out. So because of that, cost per wear means buying at a lower cost, but that might not always be relevant. So that's one problem. The second problem is frequency of wear. So let's go back to coats again. Because I do not live in a cold country and I only wear my coats when I go on holidays in winter time. And yes, I go on holiday every winter, but I don't live in a cold country where the coat becomes a piece that I wear every single day for half of the year. And because of that, my frequency of wear is just not very high for certain pieces of necessary coats, but not suitable for my climate that I live in. Holiday, that's fine. But to live in it's a different thing. So that means the cost per wear that can go down, truly go down, only result it's only a result of frequent wearing, and that would be the basic pieces, and that will be like a white t-shirt. And so my items that are moving down towards cost per wear, so for example, my daily jewelry, I wear them every single day, and I never take them off. So of course, after wearing it for, I don't know, 3 years. 3 years, you get 1,000 wear. So if your item is $1,000, you wear it for 3 years, it goes down to $1. So yes, if it's a daily thing, that's fine. The other thing will also be like linen Bermuda shorts. So I have a linen Bermuda shorts and I have cotton t-shirts that I wear quite often when I'm lounging at home. So that helps with reducing the cost per wear. What I'm doing now is to wear my nice things as well, wear it at home and lounge in nicer things, which increases the wearability of my garments. So this results in the two problems that exists. The one is you need to get at a cheaper price, but you might not always get your items that you want on sale. And the second is that it means that it's not possible to buy gowns and to buy cocktail dresses where it's occasion specific. Or in that case, never ever buy a wedding dress. because it's impossible to reduce the cost per wear of a $10,000 dress down to $1. So the reframing that I'm exploring right now is focusing on, for every garment that I buy, my goal now is to wear it at least 30 times. And that's goal number one. There are of my so now I have 300 items in my wardrobe. I know it's a lot. We started with 280 at the beginning of the year. The year is only still moving and still settling down. And yes, I have 300 items in my closet, in my wardrobe now, whatever it is. So of this 300 items that I have in my wardrobe, there there are only maybe like 10 items that I have worn more than 30 times. It's not a good ratio, it's not a good number. So my goal now is to, which I think is a lot more manageable, especially when, a jacket costs or a coat costs a few $1,000s. If my goal is to wear them 30 times, I'm happy enough. And then I'll find new metrics to optimize after. But my main thing is I want to wear them at least 30 times before I can do more analysis, like how well does the material hold? What about the stitching? Is it coming loose? What about the going through washing, or if of my shoes, if I wear them in the rain, or wear them in the sun, or I wear them on shady days? How does the piece of garment evolve and change after 30 times of wear? So that's the analysis I'm focusing on, and focusing a lot less about the cost per wear. Still analysis that I will track, but I don't think I don't think even in the next 5 years I can get more than 50% of my items down to $1 cost per wear, because it's just not possible. It's completely impossible, given that my wardrobe is just not a cheap wardrobe. So yes, that is the insight that I've gotten after diving deeper into the analysis. All right, bye.